Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Welcome back to the minor qualifiers for MENA. We're into map 2 between Ramadanpeek and NASR. It's Nuke as picked by NASR, and they've just won Ramadan's map pick of Inferno. And that's not a good sign. I'm the Eternal Jam, taking you through today's third stream. And yes, in case you were just joining us, it was, I don't want to say a relatively one-sided affair, but that is kind of the way to describe it. 16-8 was the scoreline over on Inferno. And, you know, there was a bit of a fight being thrown up by Ramadanpeek. You know, they had a couple of good rounds, a good sort of setup on the CT side and towards the T side towards the end of the half. Kind of looked a little bit competent, but in the end, NASR were just too strong. You know, they are the expected victors of this matchup after all, so it's not too surprising in my opinion. Let's see if they can make this victory legit. A second 2-0 in the day's broadcast up for them. That would make it, I believe, only 2-0 so far here in this MENA close qualifier. We'll find out if the rest of them over on the lower bracket do end up being 2-0s, of course. Loser in this match will drop to the lower bracket, so they do have a second chance. But for now, it's just a face-up here to stay alive and get a spot in the semi-finals to face off against the winner of the FFA Mix versus XDT squad. We'll be covering that a little bit later on in the latter part of our stream. Our next match will be No Name of Fire versus Norman Gaming as we start things off here in the pistol round. It's CTs with control. Arku's with 2 frags. The third one coming in. He is traded back by Breaker to 2 versus 2. And NASR do get the bomb plant down to the B bomb site. Joker spotting a small gap and not seeing a terrorist. And Arku's backed up into decontamination. Spotting Nami. Taps twice but cannot get the frag. Nami will fall back as a result over to the stairs of the double doors now. Arku close. Oh, what a flick! A great shot, leaving Joker alone now. Back over to the control room, aggressing down the 2 T-side players, and they're ready for this. Nami with another great headshot, 2 to his name, and a first pistol to the favor of NASR. Back and forth trades coming in on the Ramadanpeek side, but in the end, they made control work for them. And headshots are plenty. Really well played from Nami. And again, we will have No Name of Fire versus Non-Gaming on the next match of the day, so be sure to stick with us after this series. It may be over after Nuke, we'll have to find out. As NASR go around towards the B bomb site via the ramp room area, jump down. One CT player will be joined by a second here on the defensive. It is an eco round, only pistols out for the CTs, and they will get decimated as a result. Bomb plant should come through. Sprays in from the UMP for Kazoo. Going to get a little bit of cash flowing for the T-signs, and they can farm up again. USP and P250 here on the eco, just very much food to the fodder. The rebuys come in for Ramadan. 3 M4s, 1 AUG, and NASR with the AKs on 3 players, still sticking with the SMGs for the most part. Of course, the reinvestment coming in from one of the players over on the NASR side, the only one to go down in that round for the Ts. Smokes in Molotovs over Havoc, dives right down into the vents as the lone man down at the B bomb site, sneaking past the CT line with the fast aggression coming through from NASR. No smokes required either on the A bomb site. Went down completely uncontested from Ramadanpeek. Flashes in and Nami will spray as well through, barely getting that frag. Loses a minimal amount of HP, and now they have access to the B bomb site. Havoc's already adjusted. He's waiting back in the vents area, ready for the rotations to come in. They've got another man in the outside as well, Kazoo. Sprayed up, sprayed down. Headshot comes in for Cena. It's the 4 versus 4, but is he ready for Havoc? Yes, he is. Gets the headshot. Turns on for the third of Nami. Nami will trade. Back to Steven standing at 3 versus 3. Slight HP advantage above Arku's. NASR move in. Sprayed in for Nami. Gets that headshot again. Third kill for him in the round. It's up to Breaker and KitKat. Breaker had a fantastic game in the last map. Turned into a 1 versus 1 for his 2K clutch against Arku around this corner. Stays in the same position And Arku's not ready for it, expecting him to make his way back onto the rafters, but not to be. Third on the ball for NASR. Another good round for them, but not confident rounds here. So the players falling down. The pistol, it was 2 players, and the last one, it was 1 round, and obviously the 4 players that fell in round 3. And that third round, of course, doing significant damage to the NASR economy. Heavy investment, $600 for Nami. $1,500 for a Kit Kat. Obviously, this is post-buy, so they have a chance to recover it here against the half-buy of Ramadanpeek. So it should be a victory again for NASR, but after that, where things get concerning, especially if these CZs and Deagles do their damage and take some players out that they've done many times before. Attending for Havoc, spraying on through towards that truck. Breaker will spot him, put a nade onto his position. Nade to the back corner as well. That will land perfectly. 61 points of health. Flash in now, allows the peak to come through from Breaker. Checking Hell, checking the boost. There's 1 man on the ramp room as well. And they will be able to get 2 kills between them, so decent stuff being shown by Joker and Zatra, but kills coming in for Kit Kat. Opens up ramp room, 3v3. Bomb not committing just yet. They are forcing rotations, however, from the CT, so the A site will be looking a little bit bare. And Nami look to try and get a bit of a chance for Senior. 40 seconds. Kanku will join his teammate back over on the B bomb site. And NASR to rotate back over to Hell. They will make a little bit of noise, and Nami will start to peek up Molotovs in. They try and sell them on the idea that the B bomb site is the play. Indeed, 2 players are out there already. 1 man on A as they commit towards Hell. Meanwhile, Arkus opens up, bursts on through, trying to take Nami down. So low HP, but he does get the headshot in the end as the bomb plant does come through. And they can't suspect it'll be B now. They must know. The tone of the bomb will give it away. And now it goes over to the B bomb site. Good D. Oh no! I was going to say, good Deagle shots could turn this around, but you've got to turn it onto the T-side players. CTs, come on, what's going on, boys? Not like this. Casino out of the WWE. Betrayal. And Kanku will fall to the T-side as a result. Four on the board for NASR. And a round that I'm not sure they deserved, I'll be honest. Fast hit comes in, flashes over Joker. We forced off angle. The players made out Squeaky Door, get control of Squeaky Corridor. Joker with the AWP, trying to face around the corner and trying to see if he can get a good kill or 2. Backed up by 2 more players also in the secret and garage areas. Both players in secret scratch that. Kanku could get some damage done if they faced out towards secret, and they were doing so initially, but they've fallen back on the NASR T side. We'll get Breaker back up, setting up some utility. And Nami finally strikes first with the AWP. Turn around for Senior. 4-on-4 scenario as the T's face up towards the A bomb site. Zatra will catch 1, meanwhile in rotation towards A, over towards the 3v3. Zoot spotting 1 towards Heaven, taps his way on through. It allows a quick Hell peek to come forward. And meanwhile, the T's go right back down over to the B-bomb site. Through ramp room, uncontested. Man advantage for the CTs and make it 2 men. Breaker standing with the AWP is the last man left. Over the control room, not going to hear Cena coming in for the back lines. The AWP shot will connect onto the first, but no more than that. The defuse will come through. It will be Ramadanpeek with their first on the board. AK's in the double op setup for Joker and Kanku. NASR obviously with the heavy investment back in. Limited utility. Orb shots coming in close, but will not land on Kazoo. Going to sneak his way back over to Secret, being very, very quiet about this. They have an insertion point, but NASR, the main force, going to commit towards ramp at the moment. KitKat gets the trade back as Havoc goes falling, and they go out towards the ramp room area. Down towards the lead bomb site. Kanku, Orb shots, connects on 2 and dropping that bomb. Good flicks. The flashbang would buy Breaker a bit of breathing room as Kazoo, meanwhile, ends up falling, and the AK is the last thing standing here for the T side. 28 HP, and no chance on this one. Joker gets a 2K of his own, and great AWP play from the Ramadanpeek side. And second on the board for the CTs. Eco will be forced out by the T-side forces of NASR. One scout, Deagles, PT-50s, Glocks, nothing else than that, however, for the NASR squad. They should end up conceding 3 over the Ramadanpeek. A pretty simple eco status stuff coming into the AWPs. Once again, go ham. Good scout shot from Kazoo, catches off Zatra. But Joker's ready for the trade back. We'll spot that gun barrel, but will not see the main body of the player. Breaker will go falling as Kazoo looks for a second headshot. Good peeks in, damage done to Joker. Can't catch anyone else though. Certainly can't catch the kill either, certainly can't do some damage. And if he could do the damage on Joker, take that second AWP out of play. Hey, brilliant stuff. Forcing the reinvestment from the Ramadanpeek site. Nami will get spotted out meanwhile. Dink down seen here again, opens up a chance for Kazoo. He lands the tags, but again, not getting these kills. They know exactly where he is, and they'll wrap back in against him, the CTs. Perfect line against them. 1-on-4 for Kazoo. Desperately looking for a way out. Desperately looking to get some damage at the very least, and obviously bomb's not in possession, so his face is literally just to limit the economy state of the CTs, but no chances gifted, forcing the issue on the scout player, making his way into garage, might be able to catch off vision onto 1 man or maybe even 2, but nope. Arcus will get the final frag, and a third on the board, finally from Ramadanpeek. 4 players staying alive, and the rebuys can come through from NASR at long last. Or can they? Havoc's on 3,600. Be a force buy if he had to go for it. So Nami and KitKat bought the AK, so they're going to commit to this one, making the decision. And Havoc with the SMG, head Kevlar. Full set of utility is pretty respectable, I think. Decent buy for NASR. Not the full buy, not the best base buy, but certainly a buy nonetheless. All to recover their lead, all to try and put it back into a 2-round deficit. It's Ramadanpeek towards the outside, conceding thanks to the utility coming forward. A lot of flashbang smokes up to get towards Secret, and this time 4 players instead of 1 will commit, but it doesn't stop the blind fire from Zatra. Dealing with KitKat, gets himself back down to hell to try and recontest the outside. Meanwhile, 1 player's making his way in from the ramp room as Kazoo checks the vents and goes into the B bomb site. Rotations are called. 1 man is already here. And that is Zatra with the opening frag, spotted out by Breaker just as the smoke blew. Meanwhile, the AWP of Joker's ready for Havoc. He'll face, he'll go down. 5-on-3, no trades yet from NASR. Finally, Kazoo will be able to strike as the bomb plant goes open for decontamination. Hearing those reloads. Eventually, the after plant will get set up by the Ts, but the CTs coming in from various different angles. 3 towards ramp as they continue to aggress. 2 kills for the AWP of Joker, and Breaker not looking the right way, just about turned onto the head of scene here, but now he's the last man standing. 1 versus 3 as Kazoo goes falling. They know he's in decon. The defuse can get stuck by the defuse kit, but fakes it once, forces the peek, or tries to force it at least. Blind spray deals with 1. Re-smoke down, now they're going to stick the whole thing. Breaker's got a face, he's got to get a spray on can, but no. Joker with a quick scope, finishing off the job. A triple kill for him on the retake. Very well played from him on Ramadanpeek. Another heavy buy from NASR in this one. 5 AKs coming out on 4 rounds lost bonus. Kevlar helmets on some players, but none for Nami. And very, very limited utility this time. It's all just going to come down to the face-ins and the flashes that they could use to try and blind off the CTs temporarily to open up those frags. But that's about it. So we'll be challenged towards the ramp room. First man falls, AWP there to trade it, catches 2 spots, a third. The other AWP on the other side of Hell will be able to deal the damage. Joker will get traded back, but now Arcus comes in to take his place, speaking with an AUG. Spray back onto Breaker, leaving Kazoo alone. 1 versus 3 scenario. Taps on with the AK, gets the first man, looking in for the second as well. Cena's got the other flanking position towards ramp room, and Kazoo on a 1 versus 2 will not be able to win it. As Ramadanpeek take the lead, 5-4. CT side looking pretty good. And again, considering this is their first time playing this map, at least in the last 3 months, I think all-time records might be a bit more awkward than that. Joker lands the flick on Havoc. Nice shots, but they do rush their way in on the eco to try to get the bomb plant. They do get ripped apart by Arcus and Cena as well with the spray downs. And Breaker, the last man standing, will get 1 good pick on an AWP. It's in for the second man, but actually, did he grab that AWP? Did it fly in towards Connector? No, it comes back. There you go. Six to 4 on the board. NASR now in a 2-round deficit versus Ramadanpeek, who have beaten them for 6 rounds in a row. Nami with the AWP will try and change it, but the first pick, he lands it on Joker. Nice outside control coming through. The NASR side open things up. Kazoo ready to face up, look towards secret Molotovs into 4 CTs that may be lurking out of play. Further smokes go down by the CT forces. The second AWP going to rotate up, and Nami still looking towards Hell. Could win out this fight. It's the AK up, and Nami there with a response, and continues to look on to Kanku's position. The smokes will block him off. Just continue. Senir comes back in from the secret area though. Rotations and will catch the T-side off guard, thinking it's completely clear, but no. CTs have the minion over this part of the map. Meanwhile, Havoc snuck his way into the A bomb site. Will he be ready for the man on the site itself? Oh, looking the wrong way. Arcus caught off guard. 2 seconds where it could have swung either way, all coming down to the timing. And Havoc ready for Kanku as well. Up here towards Heavenhead. Spotted, taps, and the spray is good. Leaving Senir as the last man left over the ramp room. Bomb plant will go down to the 1 versus 3. And NASR with a little bit of patience, a good trading game. Not gaining a man advantage until the very last part of the round, and now Senir is the last man standing to try and pull a miracle retake out. Defuse in his hands, nade and flash, and Breaker will go falling as the first. Face around that corner, flashbang over, have it ready in corner, and we'll take him down. 3 frags and 5 rounds for NASR. Ramadanpeek with a buy up here, a very important one for them to win because the economy is broken. Another double AWP setup will leave them in the hundreds. A fast play from NASR. AWP certainly going out towards main, but they stop at the squeaky door, and Kazoo catches Kanku at the very edge of the smoke. Not looking the right way, and the first AWP falls again as the first casualty. Breaker follows up as the hit comes through towards the A site, completely unsupported by utility. They don't need it with Angels. It's good. Kit Kat with 2, and Kazoo follows up with a second of his own. And all 5 stay alive for NASR, coming alive and coming out of the gate swinging. Ramadanpeek now back to evens once again. T-side rush comes into Ram. Havoc going to read it, try to do as much damage as he can, and only gets the one frag. Damage done to the second player, but not able to take him down. Breaker there towards the back of the lobby, ready for the rest of the CTs inland here. Should be able to deal with the damage. Only lose one player in this round. Triple kill for Breaker as standard, and Eco. Nice try from Ramadanpeek. Good idea, but it's a case of firepower versus numbers, and in this case, firepower won. As NASR take the lead going into the last 2 rounds of the half, reinvestment from Ramadanpeek has got to come through. SMG for Arku's not ideal. Nades in. Vent dive from Havoc will get control of the B-bomb, slightly passive control here. Molotov damage to Kanku, and Kazoo will take him down. SMG onto Havoc will deal with him towards the B-bomb site. So finally Ramadanpeek finding a counter to the vent dive, finding a counter to the initial B-site presence. The 4-on-3 scenario with the initial kill coming over towards the main area. Flashes in, Joker up, spray through for Senior, takes him down, low HP, gets a second out on Breaker and drops that bomb, leaving it all left to the Orp Nami. 1 kill to his name. I don't think he'll get much more than this. Actually, might find Joker around the corner to the AK to spray on towards the head, or AWP will be recovered. All even out for the last round of the half. Full investment obviously coming in from both sides. NASR going towards the outside. Awkward flash from Breaker, but the Molotovs will force the positions out from the AWPer here of Joker. Nades in against him will do a little bit of initial damage, but not much. Not a grand amount of things. Not enough to justify like a really good kill. Senior holds down the A site up here on Grill. 2 kills to his name. Joker frags out towards outside Havoc. Will get the trade back on the A bomb site, but it's a 4 versus 2 scenario with an AWP and an AK. Not ideal for the after plants, especially on a site of Nuke, but Nami is ready for the backstabs. He could take out Kanku, and indeed he will. Turn back onto the second man. Nor not, apparently. Vent is a bit more of a focus here for them. The AWP of Joker revealing his position over to Heaven, hoping to get a quick scope shot close and lucky, but not to happen. Sprays in, Nami will get contested, traded back. Havoc, 2 sprays up, but he's not ready for Joker coming in from the backside. Good simultaneous peek there from Ramadanpeek to get themselves the half advantage at 8-7 on CT side. But it is CT side of Nuke, and that is to be expected. That victory is most obvious and most apparent. It's the T side that what really matters for Ramadanpeek. And I have to say that NASR, I think they did have a good T side. Good executes, good outside control, good rushes into the A bomb site. I think they might have the advantage going into this CT half, even if it isn't on the numbers board. Full sets of Kevlar out for the Ts. Diffuse HE for Breaker, everybody else with Kevlar and USPs. Straight in, it's Arku's with the opening frag. Nice down on Nami. Ramadanpeek trying to get aggressive, and they will be able to get the 2 first headshots as a result. Trades back on the USPs. Kazoo spots 1, spots a few more, gets a headshot with support coming in from Heaven. Breaker will be able to support in the overwatch position, but 2 versus 2 now. 1 versus 1. Havoc versus Senior. 2K versus 1K. Up for the clutch for NASR and Ramadanpeek. He knows where he is. They know where they are. Havoc not going for the rotation. Senior has to give up position, has to give up information. Run straight down to the vents area, going straight into the B bomb site, opening up decontamination, and Havoc should hear this. Falling out to Heaven, down into ramp. No defuse kit on Havoc. Breaker went out in Heaven. Havoc should have been able to pick that up. Tapping the bomb once, trying to force the peek in from Senate. Round the corner, headshot will be landed, and Havoc will hold on to the round for NASR. Great patient play, great aim control. And forcing the issue on Senate, a very passive peek coming through from the T-side player. Not decisive, expecting the man to be on the bomb itself, but no, he was around the other side. And Havoc has every right to be proud of the round that he's just clutched together for his team. 8-8, all even again. NASR with an all-important pistol, looking to take the lead away from Ramadanpeek. Scout in for Joker. Towards the outside, will challenge against the NASR side. The force by obviously coming through from the T's. Ramadanpeek have gone for these forces over and over again. Lit by strategy, so fair play to them. Havoc first contact towards the outside. AKs are coming through in from the T side actually, which could do a bit of damage. Headshots are plenty, but 2 kills coming in for Breaker and Havoc. Breaker ready to cut out the last AK. It will be taken out by Arcus, but plays back at the scout. Now 1 man left standing in Kanku over on main. Bomb into CT control. They haven't actually got the info on this. I don't think they've checked around that corner just yet, but regardless, it is a 1 versus 3, so they've got to find the 1v1 duels on Kanku's part. And those AKs as well. Being out does take down 1. And again, they haven't got info on that bomb, so they could very easily win this round, NASR, if they just crossfired in the lobby area, but 40 seconds on the clock. Scout shots will reveal his position one more time, precisely where he is. Out to Squeaky. Opening up the door, Deagle up, sprays on through, does a bit of damage to Havoc, but no headshots. He actually successfully dives through the vent. Another bomb plant can come through for this man. He committed to this last time, no reason not to this time. The bomb does indeed get planted, but Havoc gets there just in time to catch him off as he makes his way out of decontamination. And the AK should also get recovered by Nami as well. Indeed it is. The defuse will come through. Not the best defensive from NASR, but certainly not the worst. Ramadanpeek off the back of that buy. Don't have enough to invest even in spite of the bomb plant bonus. They're still going to force the issue though. 3 AKs, 1 Galil, 1 Mat 10. They know that they've weakened the NASR squad. Economy in the toilet for all intents and purposes. $4,500 for Havoc, but that's the richest player. Everybody else in their hundreds. SMG up here for Breaker, trying to take some outside control. 1 HP already, thanks to the spray downs, and a Molotov eventually will take him out as a secondary kill comes in from Zatra. And 2 SMGs out of play. AKs, M4, what remains for NASR in a 5-on-3. Kazoo will trade at the very least. Havoc also ready towards the ramp room. Good flashes in, will catch off Senior and keep him blind, keep him away. The bomb looking to commit towards ramp, so he might be the main man of the defense. Rotations have to be called in. If he goes falling, he will fall further back. You have some control, but get a headshot in the end. Back to evens we will be. But the trade's also good from Arcus, keeping the man advantage under control for Ramadanpeek. It's Kazoo and Kit Kat. One player will rotate back over to the B bomb site, the other on a bit of a flank here from ramp room, and they are ready for this, are they? One player spotted, bomb being dropped, second phase will not be taken. Kazoo's got to stay alive. He's the main man, a hold up contention, and he will go falling, leaving Kit Kat alone back over to the vents area. Can he get pulled in by the fake rotation? He will drop down in ramp room, so Kit Kat will hear this. He will hear that they have got B-site presence. He should get to the vents area for the rotation. 1v2 clutch for the man. No defuse kit, though. How do you win out in this? Decon is the play here. Bursting through, spraying manically through up to the rafters, but both players playing passive. One over to the ramp door, other in dark. And Kit Kat No info, no time. That's all Ramadanpeek had to do. Play passive, play careful. And give KitKat enough rope to hang himself. 9-9 on the board. Heavy force by will come back in for the NASR side. AK, of course, saved from that last one of the AWP in from Nami. Deagle MP9. Other than that, the defensive line tries to hold to the outside control. Interestingly enough, the AWP is committing all the way into main, looking on towards the A bomb site via Squeaky. He will go forward into the AK as a result. Spray from Kazoo, can't quite take Joker down. He will be able to get that AK out eventually. Turn back in for the second, spot him, spray. Second face just barely gets the frag and grabs that AWP to fall right back. Another AK can get picked up by a CT teammate, and Breaker certainly considering his options. Oh, that's actually very nice. Good idea. Get the AWP towards the player in heaven so he can watch outside. He can keep his eye on the A bomb site in Overwatch. And Kazoo will grab the first AK. KitKat with the second. Good adjustments there from NASR. But Ramadanpeek also playing around their line, out to secret control, and the CTs have to assume this because Breaker wasn't watching and they crossed. One man is down there. I believe that is Havoc. Spray comes through as Breaker does challenge, and Havoc will be there on the bomb site, ready and raring to go. Senir going to check around this corner, spot the man, spray and take him out. 3 versus 3 as the bomb plant can come through. Backstab also coming out from Zatra. Skanko opens up decontamination, close it at the same time. KitKat comes in with a face and a spray that gets a kill. Man advantage regained by NASR. Now control room and decontamination is where the challenges come through from the T side. Smoke off against control room, Molotov to the back of the bomb site. Readjustments, Breaker not ready with the AWP, and it goes to 2v2. AK's in play for the CTs. They've got to get to the bomb site quick. Smoke on, double doors open up and tempted. KitKat's got to stick the whole 5 seconds though, and he goes for it. Spray through decon, not coming out. They think it's a fake, and Kazoo going to try and challenge for it. He's distracted them for long enough, and NASR will barely sneak away with the round, and with 1 AK to spare. Big retake and a big round victory for the CT side. AK's Kriegs, Mac 10 in for Joker. Nami with the scout outside looking for the first headshot. What a flick! Ramadanpeek, obviously, with their investment, have AKs to work with, so the fact that that first man went down in such clean fashion, no damage done to NASR. Trade will eventually come through. That scout will be taken back out of play, but 2 more players to challenge outside. KitKat, of course. AK, 1 player towards the locker rooms, and Kanku will get him down, look for the tap on the triple kill, but KitKat comes back with a response. And Kazoo in main, hearing 2 players facing up. Joker not ready for him, and the spray was good for the first and the second. Round dismantled, 1 player left. Sinir will try to recover it. He's got an open bomb site. Can get the plant out for this. Smoke out to the main area. KitKat, 21 points of health. Not ideal for the retake. The SMG is a bit closer. And Sinir's not going to check Squeaky. AKs will be recovered. And the defuse will come through again for NASR. AK's into M4's AUG for Breaker. Full set of AKs, Galil, Scout. There's been a lot of force buying from Ramadanpeek in these last few rounds. Sitting around about, what, 3 rounds, 4 rounds lost bonus at this stage, roughly. Max in the next one, but surely you have to save at some point to get a better buy against the NASR side, because the AKs is what's getting the damage done from Ramadanpeek and for the CTs as well. If NASR get their hands on any more one-shot, headshot weapons, then things are going to start looking very, very ugly. They line up, Havoc gets himself 2 frags. Trades back from Nami, meanwhile, over on the outside position. The bomb's been dropped in ramp room. The CTs have all the info they need. In a 2-on-4 scenario, AUG faces, spots the head of one more man. AK straight from Arcus will take out one, but Kazoo chimes right back, and it's all left the Joker. Backstab coming in from KitKat, and this should be the end of him, I think. 1-on-3 scenario, and NASR will get 12. Eco coming in for the Peak side. Finally, they will opt not to force invest. The first time out of many, I believe. Especially in this T-side half. The Eagles out 4 players to the outside Molotov, straight in. KitKat and Breaker going to try and find Wangles to work with. One player contesting out towards the ramp room and Senior, but Havoc's got him covered off pretty easily. A lot of firefights down, Nami. 2 taps to the first head. It's very quiet across the map here for NASR and for Ramadanpeek. Breaker ready with the AUG bursting through, drops that bomb out in the open, second face. Ooh, Deagle out for Arcus, but KitKat trades, catches the second, and seen it. Last man standing in a 1 versus 4. He'll go fall into Havoc. Unlucky 13 to the NASR side. Can see those odds as well. That's not great. I'm not gonna lie. Three more rounds for NASR to win this map and this series in 2-0 fashion. Orbs out, AKs in, vice versa could be said for NASR, except for the M4's out on 2 more players, and Breaker spotting the first man up on the silo boost. A couple of server problems on GoTVs. Hopefully we can get those fixed in a moment's time. I imagine the admins are watching and they'll be able to fix that in a moment, but we'll continue playing. No early damage done, except for a slight amount of 2 points on Kanku. It's not that much, but not the grand scale of things. Orb in, Joker finally strikes. Can't take down Breaker. Will leg him to 17 points of health. Senior downstairs into the secret area. Gets Nami. 5-on-4. Flashbangs into the main area. T-side players moving in. Molotovs onto the back of the bomb site. Nice smoke down. Will keep Kazoo in position. They know he's there, though. And KitKat's got to play anchor. Flashes coming forward. Counter flashes from KitKat will keep him suppressed for a moment. But Kanku continues to move forward and looks for this man on the bomb site. If he goes down, things ain't going to be looking great for Kazoo as the crossfire is set. And then turn on towards him as well. Kanku with that headshot. 5-on-2 scenario. Make it 1. Breaker, last man standing. 17 points of health. This is over. This will be a 10th on the board for Ramadanpeek. And a confident set of frags to a less than confident defensive over on the NASR side. Eco forced out by NASR at this stage. Back in within 2 rounds potentially for Ramadanpeek. We have seen some very good shots coming out from this scout though. Breaker having a really good series so far in this one. Oh, but he misses the headshot on Kanku and is forced to fall right back. Looking around for a bit more. Scout in. Player is tagged up and he will be able to land that secondary shoulder shot on Kanku. Back around the corner, not getting it on to Arcus, and 19 HP, going to be ready for the next face around that corner, does get it down with the damage coming in towards Nami. Eventually, Joker back to 3v3. AWP controls outside for the moment here. Ooh, good deagle shot for the CTs. That's the bomb. That's a rifle. This actually could be a turnaround for NASR. Damage done to Joker and Senir thanks to the scout in for Breaker. And now they've got a retake lobby position where they've got Deagles and AK at 5-7 to come forward. And he's going to hear this information. And KitKat's going to hear the players coming in. Flashbangs in. Havoc will join the fray. And his entire round rests on this push. Peeking for Kazoo. Shut down with the AK. Damage being done to Senir. They've got to isolate the 1 versus 2s. Deagle's up meanwhile. He'll fire some shots away as the AWP connects to nothing. And KitKat falls back. Here's them coming in. Deagle up, connects to them on man. Gets the Deagle shot. No. Missing. And the 5-7 for Havoc is what remains here. Rotating in from vents. 13 seconds. Joker has to commit to the B bomb site. And Havoc with a perfect chance. Round this corner. Open up in the smoke. He does get the headshot, but only after the plant goes down. And they will clutch the round for NASR. All thanks to the scout. Breaker with 2, KitKat with 2 Deagles, and damage done to set up the final frag. And again, Breaker, a fantastic map, a fantastic series for him so far. With the AWPs, the AUGs. Back in and against the AWPs and the AKs for the T side. Ramadanpeek obviously with an investment. But NASR teetering on the edge of match point, and they will go quick into the A bomb site. This hit's coming out straight out of the ramp room. As Nami gets the first man out of Squeaky. Overly aggressive, and no one else is going to commit to the backup. Kazoo gets the secondary pick. 1v1's isolated by the CT side as Havoc gets another. A trade comes in, but Nami trades it right back, leaving it all on Kanku. 1 versus 4. And streaky aggression from the T side, not confident in their faces, not going together. This is in a situation where NASR take map and match point here. Again, NASR won on the first map of Inferno. The second map of Nuke is up for contention at this stage. And it is in NASR's favour. 15-10 right now. A double AWP setup coming in from Ramadanpeek. We saw this quite frequently over on Inferno. But will it be enough? Get them the round victory here. They chase towards outside. They've got out of control for the CTs, but they fall right back. As Joker opens things up. Opening kill on KitKat. 5-on-4 scenario as the CT's challenge on passive. AWP for Nami ready for this one. A second kill comes in on Havoc. And Kazoo losing players left, right, and center. Trade back from Breaker. Also going to go falling, and Nami last man left. Looks like Ramadanpeek don't want to die just yet, as NASR do concede round 26. Bump line will come through. And again, it will be a round for the Ramadan side. Nami just saving his weapon at this stage, has no choice. Another investment can come through from NASR. It will be a hard one. Around this AWP, do they want to go for it? Looking like they will drop a few pistols. Scouting for Breaker. We saw how effective he was towards outside with this. So a half buy around the big green gun. NASR still on map and match point. 4 rounds to go for Ramadanpeek to go towards another overtime. Seen our fair share of overtimes over the course of the last couple of days, especially if you're tuning into the SEA qualifiers. And it is plausible, it's possible. Almost came in earlier today as well. The flashes in. Ramadanpeek taking contact, smoking up and opening up the squeaky door. Zatra is the main man. Take point for the T side. Scouts in, Breaker trying to do damage. Nice nade will do a little bit onto Senior, but not going to do that much at all. Got Marshmallow control, got Connector control. Rotating through the vents as well, potentially, but Joker up. Good shot on Breaker, 5 on 3. And one man still sitting Possum. Where is he, actually? Oh, right there, okay. I thought he was in the hut, excuse me, but... Nami and Havoc, last 2 players remaining for the CT side. And at this point, Nami just to save the AWP will be the best play. For Havoc to save the Kevlar might also be pretty good, but Deagle could also get some exit frags. Try and take some of these weapons away. If Ramadanpeek are forced to reinvest, it could leave them in a little bit of an awkward situation. The economy is not 100% solidified. There's a couple of holes in this one, so... Havoc will get dealt with. Nami back over to ramp room. No one going to challenge him for the tees. Again, half bite to build up a little bit of loss bonus for NASR. I don't think they can go for a full buy, actually. 3,700 on Breaker, 3,850 for Havoc. Doesn't quite add up with the M4s, but a second AWP will get dropped, so it looks like they're going to force the issue anyway. For Mars in, Kazoo, M4, Havoc, what are you going to go for? MP9. It's a very butchered buy for NASR. I'm not sure this would work. Let's find out. Into Secret, into Squeaky, down towards default positions. Outside for Breaker, looking for first contact on Silo. All shots from Breaker do take first contact, but don't get a hold of anything out. Kanku taking a little bit of damage early on alongside Breaker, so outside control established by the team side, but Nami is the main point of contention. Meanwhile, aggression coming in from Havoc will not catch any info on the players moving in. Peek in from Kazoo, spots, but Senior takes him out. No trade responses. They have got Heaven control as Breaker looks in alongside KitKat, dropping back towards the bomb site. And a fallback will be called by the AWP of Nami. Out towards the vent room just in case. Going to try and hold down Secret still. Bomb on the back of Zatra. So they peek up close to Havoc. Up on the B bomb site, SMG kill could be found. He has no idea. They snuck up so close and making so much noise. Spots them now, and he will go falling. AWP and Nami to connect. Lands a leg shot as Breaker does catch one over on Hell. It will be left to Nami to do most of the heavy lifting, though, as rotations are called, and he can't see a thing. The T-side players, 17 seconds. This could be the chance for Nami to strike if he can get the bomb planted down. It's a great chance. Close range, 13 seconds, and he still holds back. And old Toxic loses out the no-scope, though, as KitKat comes in to stall for time. 7 seconds, the bomb plant is coming through. He's not going to face in. The bomb will get planted. And both players facing in towards decontamination. Good AWP shot. And now it's a 1 versus 2. KitKat, last man standing. Realized to come in with the AWP. Diffuse Kit is on him. He's got to get the headshot. And Diffuse being spotted. Flash in. Spray comes out. And KitKat wins the fight. 16-12. NASR are going to win the map. And they are going to win the series at 2-0. Putting Ramadanpeek in the lower bracket. And a great defensive held out by Nami there on the B bomb site. It certainly could have fallen to pieces, but stalling for as much time as he did, putting the pressure and buying time for the rotations, it gave them enough room to breathe on the CTs. And NASR, the expected victors, will be the victors today. They'll be moving forward in the bracket to face off against the winner of the FFA Mix versus XDT side. That one I think is still going on right now. Yes, it's in its third map. So if you want to tune into that, you can go ahead and go to twitch.tv/StarLadder_CS_EN2. Right now, next on the third stream, we have No Name of Fire versus Nom. That's coming up in about 50 minutes time. So be sure to get some drinks and snacks and hit the exclamation mark caster command in the Twitch chat if you want to follow my personal Twitter when things are going on. And of course, we'll be back in a short few bits for that matchup, No Name of Fire versus Nom, here in the upper bracket. The semi-finals for the MENA minor close qualifiers.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.